some of you, the shadow of Mercury in retrograde has been a little bit more intense than the retrograde. It almost feels like it's clearing out for some of you going through the actual retrograde. So, and that's pretty common. This is really getting focused and tapped into the ability to communicate and communicate clearly, if I can speak right. That is, after all, the entire energy of Mercury in retrograde is really looking at our ways of communicating, how that gets to be changed, how we are going forward into life. Hello Cancers, and welcome to Divine Goddess Tarot. My name is Jessica, and this is your weekly zodiac reading. So let's jump right into it and see what energies are coming in for you this week and see what messages are for you. So let's see, right there. Harmony, power, self-confidence, and productivity. Love it. And then let's go to your higher self, your future self, and what messages are coming through for Cancer this week. Oh. Right there. Readiness, bounty, and plenty from the goddess Frigga. Love it. And our guides, see what, right there. Sacred breath and sound, life force and communication. Love it. So this is your spiritual support, your guides, your angels, your gods, your goddesses, and your devils, anything that is in the 5D that is supporting your journey at this time. So those are the messages coming in from them. And last but not least is it's either tips and tricks to get through the energies of this week, or it will be the outcome. That one right there. Get some rest. All right, so tips and tricks will be to get some rest this week. And now let's define this with tarot. So for Cancer, harmony. What messages do you have for Cancer this week in this energy? Right there. Oh, both of them. So the Queen of Swords energy, the Four of Cups. Right there. Ace of Wands. And under your future self, we've got the Five of Pentacles, the World, Two of Pentacles, and for your guides, Page of Swords, right there, Emperor, Six of Swords, and under tips and tricks of getting some rest, Two of Swords, Five of Cups, that one right there, Nine of Wands. Okay. So with Cancer's energy this week, it's definitely asking to tap into that harmony and power of self-confidence and productivity. So I'm hearing to be busy, but on the flip side, I really believe that the balance is to get some rest. And you've got the Two of Pentacles down here, so really balance is key for this week. So with the Queen of Swords, it is definitely, I feel that some of you, the shadow of Mercury in retrograde has been a little bit more intense than the retrograde. It almost feels like it's clearing out for some of you going through the actual retrograde. So, and that's pretty common. This is really getting focused and tapped into the ability to communicate and communicate clearly, if I can speak right. That is, after all, the entire energy of Mercury in retrograde is really looking at our ways of communicating, how that gets to be changed, how we are going forward into life. And with the Four of Cups here, there's definitely offerings coming in. There's things that are coming at Cancer right now, that perhaps I feel that to delay on even accepting, if that intuition isn't right. It just means that especially with everything that's going on, some things might just be delayed, and there might not be a forward momentum of accepting it. However, this Ace of Wands is really powerful. This is really going into that creative, passionate, powerful energy of striking something new, of really doing something new, and holding that up high. I mean, you've got the Ace of Wands, and then you've got the sword, and I really feel that this is taking on life and in that self-confidence and power, and that is harmonious. That is that Cancerian energy, and Frigate is really here to assist your future self of that readiness and that bounty and its plenty. And the caution here is really that Five of Pentacles energy, that when perhaps the pentacles aren't there, or something isn't there that you want, to not get discouraged and not forget that it's on its way. I feel like this is the warning card of the reading, of just to watch out for that energy, because after all, we really come from a place of manifesting what we want by feeling it before we receive it. So this is the caution, and when we do that, then we create the world that we want. I believe all of this is happening. I mean, you've got the Emperor here. This is really in balance with what is supposed to happen, and this is an 11. So I'm really feeling that this is karmic. This is, you've got the infinity symbol right here. I was just seeing that. And this is about that yin and yang, the balance of life, of really stepping into creating harmony. Right there, harmony, for the life of moving into what is yours. And so right now, with everything kind of, I'm feeling there's a pause. It's really to step into breath, grounding, knowing what's yours, and then communicating that, but doing it in an effective way. And that's, like I said, with Mercury in retrograde, it's really having a look at the way we communicate things. Emotions can be high. However, to really ground ourselves into that Emperor energy of knowing what we're creating, knowing what's ours, and then being that Emperor, that queen of our world, by the power of self-confidence, of knowing that when we set our minds to do something, that we're going to do it. The Page of Swords is really delivering communication back and forth. It may be delayed, but that's in the spirit of Mercury in retrograde, right? So don't get discouraged over that. Don't get downhearted. Really stay focused on keeping grounded with breath and communication, effective communication. You've got some cups here, so really grounding into your emotional being as well. With the Six of Swords, it's doing just that, and we're going into that. There's some rough waters that are right here, and so it's moving into the fulfillment of your life, and those smoother waters, more security, more harmony with what is. So I'm hearing that when we lose sight of really where we're going, I'm feeling that these two cards are in perfect partnership and harmony with each other. That seems to be the theme of Cancer, is harmony and balance. And it is getting some rest, because once you get some rest, things look very different. Hormones of balance, it's a completely different perspective when we give our bodies the nurturing rest that it needs. So make sure that we don't get too lost in being unable to know which direction to go. If we don't yet, sit tight, and it'll all be revealed, and in good time. And you know, you've got the moon here, which is just the symbol of sometimes things aren't fully seen yet, and that's okay. You've got right here, when they're moving into calmer waters, the sun is rising, and so it's the dawn of a new day. And when things start feeling really bleak, that Five of Cups, we have a tendency of looking at the cups that are spilled over or empty, and so it's really encouraging us that we can't really see things as being full if we are not full ourselves. So we've got to turn to those this way, these full cups here, and really focus on the gratitude of what you do have and where you are going, and even though it's not seen yet, to move on. The Nine of Wands is right here at this part where you're about to go into the 10. It's about to finish a cycle. You've gone through it. There's been boundaries. There's been a bit of there's been a fight, but it's been won. And that's what this represents here with these wands and this 9, is that you're about to move into the completion of a cycle. You're a little bit up from it, but you've got this. This is a really positive card in the tarot, even though you're beat up. But that's where it keeps coming back to harmony, balance, breathing, readiness for bounty, being open for it, and really grounding into your knowing. And stay with the passion. Stay with the passion of where you're going. Keep, even when things look a little bleak, to keep those embers burning for what is yours, because it is the alchemy of life, is that even when something maybe appears to be something else and not what we want, we transmute it and turn it into exactly what we are creating in our life. So Cancer, it's a beautiful reading, a lot of energy here, very beautiful, but that's what the Cancerian is all about, is a lot of momentum in emotions and feelings, and that's the beauty of Cancer. So thank you so much for joining me today. Make sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising so that you have a full picture of all the messages that are for you this week, and I'll see you next week. Thanks so much. Bye.